Well, hello and welcome to Monks Alive in 2025. New year, new show, and old guests and old friends. So looking forward to talking with you all today and looking to see what's the new year bringing. So as you have ideas, then please make comments. Let us know what you're doing. We're going to sort of sit around here and chat for a bit and let you see some of the things we're doing. I'm just trying not to be envious of Tony being out there in the warmth. Hey, Tony, how are you today?
I'm good.
Good.
A little cold here, though. It's it's only 64.
Oh man, that's freezing.
Yes.
I think it's what is it here? I'll look. That's 35, so we're warmed up. Today's been warmer, but it's coming. Next Tuesday's supposed to be 8. That's all.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm sure you could add in some wind chill to that.
Oh yeah, and it's Kansas, so we're gonna get wind chill. Oh man. So you gonna try to get out and roam around for a bit?
Yeah. Hopefully later this week I'm gonna get out for a trip.
Sweet.
Do some camping, maybe some Jeep runs.
Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, as before the show, I mentioned that I had gone out to West Kansas to look at an area, just sort of scouting out some things that I'm planning to do in February, March, April timeframe, and I showed you, but I'll show everybody. This is one of the things I found. This is a shark's tooth in the middle of the plains of West Kansas. And
it's just so crazy to me.
it is. And I found a whole bunch of them. I got a whole bag here of different kinds of shark's teeth. And just, in the side of a road cut, you go and you start digging around. And I was thinking of you as was finding them, thinking, okay, wonder what you would do with these, if they would polish up for you.
Well, I'd clean them up, make necklaces for sure.
Yeah, they're neat, very, very neat. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out there. 18 degrees at Mike's. Yeah. Hey, Byron, good to see you. And who else? Canadians on here.
Hey, Chef.
Yeah, we just got everybody.
A few visitors.
Yep.
That's good.
Yep.
After taking a couple of weeks off for the holidays,
it was good to be off.
Nice.
Yeah. So you said yours was quiet?
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
Pretty uneventful, you know. You can't beat that sometimes after so many years of not having that quiet.
Yes. Yes. It would be. It is nice. We did go out to North Carolina, but it was as we went out, we went sort of north through Kentucky and went into Virginia, and went over and saw my daughter who lives there in Charlottesville. We saw her husband and his mother. His father had just died, so we wanted to spend a couple of days with mom, and then from there we went on down to High Point, North Carolina, and then there was the wedding. So that was good. Hey, Kevin, good to see you. And the wedding turned out really, really nice. I was all concerned about it, apprehensive like I always get, but it turned out really, really nice. So
anytime you do something like that, you're always apprehensive. You know, even when I take my short trips, it's the same way every time.
Yes, yes. Oh man, Kevin saying hi to you. The when we left there, we went down to the Carolina Raptor Center, and that's where it's really a neat place. They have
Arlene.
Hey, Arlene. They have a hospital there, so when there's birds of prey that get injured for whatever reason, they will bring them in to the Raptor Center. We got Don here.
Hey
Don.
Sorry I'm late. I had technical difficulties.
That's all right. I do on a regular basis. But yeah, they have a hospital. They work on injured birds, and then those that can't be sent back into the wild, they have they call them their ambassadors, and they have this whole area on a trail set up. And as you walk around this, not quite a mile trail, these birds are all in habitats all along there.
Well, that's cool.
And it was really neat. And that's where this picture of this owl.
So you cheated. I was wondering about that.
Yeah, I cheated. I wanted to make sure I said that, this isn't in the wild. This is I got him sitting back in his little area. But yeah.
Oh, so they don't just take care of raptors, they take care of other kinds of birds too, then.
Owls are considered raptors because any birds of prey, I guess, is what they take care of. So there's a condor in there.
Oh, cool.
And this thing is huge, and he's just a big pet. I mean, he wants you to scratch his head, and it's his beak. It's probably 5-6 inches long.
Hi, Victoria.
So almost afraid to scratch his head because I'm afraid I'll lose a finger.
At least one digit, right?
just a snack, a little hors d'oeuvre. Oh me. Well, it's good to have Rebecca here. That's nice. So yeah. So Don, what you been up to?
Not much. Went for a walk today.
Okay.
Slipped on some ice and almost hurt my knee pretty bad. It's a little sore right now.
No, don't do that.
That's great.
And then for some reason I can't get it on my computer, the Google browser. It's trying to thwart us. It's all the Google and the YouTube stuff. It's killing me.
Huh. So what are you using?
My phone.
Oh, okay. That's good.
That works.
That's good. Yeah.
I noticed you put out your video to start the Pacific Crest Trail on there. I haven't seen it yet, but I noticed it pop up.
Yeah, so I'm starting to upload. I've already uploaded 4 or 5, I think, and they're coming out every couple of days.
Okay. Nice.
I probably shouldn't fall behind then.
Have a binge. That's what I'm going to have a binge watch.
Sometimes.
I'm trying to keep them. I'm just doing like short daily videos. They're like anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes long, so
okay,
not too long.
Yeah.
And you're right, Mike. That's one reason I don't miss the cold snow and ice.
Yeah.
But I have
Yeah.
enough trouble walking around in the desert without falling.
That must be, I don't know what it is, because yeah, but it was the ice. I slipped and fell here. It was just, nah. It's one of the things. I just try to bounce.
Melt into the
Oh,
ground safer than bouncing. My problem is
yeah.
I always walk with my head down. If I'm wearing my hat, I don't see
Oh,
above a certain height. And man, you wouldn't believe how many cactuses I've run into.
oh, yeah. That's not good.
No,
I
I'm
don't,
used to hitting trees and stuff like that and bushes, getting smacked in the
yeah,
face,
no,
all that. But cactuses aren't the same.
yeah, no, they're not. They're the gift that keeps on giving.
I mean, I had one of them stick my hat to my head.
Oh, really? Did the thorn come through and get
Yeah,
you?
right through the hat.
Oh, man.
After that, I don't wear the hat as much anymore.
Oh, me. God bless you too, Rebecca. It's good to see you.
It's Victoria.
Oh, Victoria. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, let's see. I don't know why I'm calling you. I'm thinking Rebecca. Anyway, the talking about videos and short videos. I'm thinking about doing something a little different. I'm putting together a really long video. And I don't know if it's going to be I'm just going to put it all together, if I'm going to break it up into parts. But yeah, I'm going to be. This is
What do you mean by
probably
long?
an hour.
Oh, that is pretty good.
Yeah.
I try not to go over 30 minutes myself, but
And this is sort of like, it's going to be like a documentary kind of thing.
oh, cool.
And I'm looking at starting in West Kansas and going across to East Kansas, and I've got 12 sites where I'm going to do photos, Milky Way photos of these 12 sites, but they're all historic sites. And there's a place called Coronado Heights in the center of the state. Then Coronado Heights was the furthest northern excursion that Coronado took looking for the city of gold. And he came up to Kansas.
Why the heck did he come to Kansas looking for a city of gold?
He was persistent. He was looking all the way up through from Mexico. He kept looking, and the Indians kept telling him, the natives kept telling him, it's on up here, it's on up here. And they got him up
those
there.
Tribes that are going to kill you up there.
And that's what happened. They attacked him, and they got out. They got back to Mexico, but they got bloodied pretty good up there. And that was the furthest north. But there's a big monument there, and I'm going to use it sort of as a front, foreground, and then try to get the Milky Way going over the top of it. But I'm going to do
pretty cool. As soon as you get some clear skies, right?
Yeah, that'll be March. There, you can even. I mean, the Milky Way won't even come up until March. So, and but planning on that one, and I'm also planning on another one that would be. What's it about? Shoot, senior moment. Yes, I knew that you sent me the flute music, and I'm still using that, and I want to use some more of it on these Milky Way videos. I think that would be a perfect background music for these. But it's that documentary, and then the owls. Looking for the owls, and
you got to find them to be able to do a documentary on looking for owls.
Yeah, that's the challenge. There are 6 parks here where there's supposed to be different types of owls. And I'm going to start going out and try to scope them out and see. I've got one.
We got the burrowing owls around here. So those are really hard to find during the day, but I don't even see them at night. I mean, tonight's a full moon, so I won't see a single one fly through the light.
Yeah.
And I should be out camping tonight, but oh well.
Hey,
I'll
Dan,
get out before the moon goes down.
Okay. Yeah, Don.
I seems like I saw something on a YouTube short or something about the planets this month and
Yeah.
next month. Are you
They're
going to
lining
do with that?
Yeah, I don't know. That might be interesting. I should.
Yeah. That'd be a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Something to think about.
Better write
A
that down.
reminder now.
Yeah, because otherwise, planet alignment.
Because that's probably the only way I'm going to get to see it, because I'll forget about it. And then if you capture it, then I'll get to see it.
You want me to go out in the middle?
I can look at the sky every day, so. And I do. I go out every night and I look up. It is amazing. Strange, being down here in Yuma, Arizona compared to up north in Washington. The difference that the sky is different.
Yes.
I mean, my stars are not in the right spots. It's just different.
Yeah. It's that's a good idea, and I've got the perfect place, I think, to go and see about looking. That's one of the things I do like about out here. Is it's so, it's rural. There's not a whole lot of light pollution out in here, so you can get out really quickly. Yeah, but
I've got one and be camping at that time, because I can get way out there where there's nothing.
Yes, you can. That's what I said. I'd mentioned Nicole hikes a lot and Tim eats a lot. They've been out toward your way. And they were in Arizona. They went back up to Utah, went around Moab, did some stuff there, came back out through Colorado. And they had a good time. So. The Jacob Waters show. Tell me about that, Tony.
Jacob Waters has his own channel, and he does a lot of live streaming. And I joined him this year for New Year's.
Oh, nice.
Because
I saw that.
I wasn't doing nothing, so I just popped in.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a good kid.
Yeah. Is he out toward your way, or where's he at?
Probably out closer to Don.
Oh, okay. All right. And Don, you were hiking some trails recently out there, right?
My wife and I, since it's kind of cold and stuff, recently we've Razorback Greenway.
Yeah.
It's a paved path that goes from north of Bentonville all the way down to Fayetteville. It's about 40 miles.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so we just kind of took that in little sections, and I put the videos out on that. And there's a loop that goes around that's about 15 miles. We did almost 16 miles in one day on concrete path. It was
that's a neat.
Pretty tired after that day.
Yeah.
I hate flat ground.
Yeah, we had a green belt in North Carolina when we lived out there. It was good for Connie. She could go out and do that, and still have indoor plumbing. That's our first criteria.
The priorities, right?
Yeah. You got to have priorities.
Yeah, my wife's the same way. Indoor plumbing, not outdoor plumbing. Indoor plumbing.
Yep,
I have a pop-up with a toilet. I got everything you need. Nope.
No, not doing that. Not doing that. Yep, that's that's Connie. So, yeah. Oh my. Let's see. I was trying to think first. Oh, when I was coming back after leaving the Carolina Raptor Center, and then you can't get between North Carolina and Tennessee on I-40 right now. It's closed off. Still.
Wow.
And so we were driving back and went way up, cut up through West Virginia, and finally got back down to Tennessee that way to come back home. but went through tell guys, I haven't seen devastation like that since Katrina, when I was still on active duty in the Army and had to go down to New Orleans for Katrina to do some survey work down there. That was bad. The Ninth Ward was just awful, but this is bad. I mean, it's just amazing.
It couldn't be as bad as California right now.
Well, California is bad, and that's terrible to see that. It's just
I think water does one thing, but fire does another. You know, they're not neither one are good, but
no, neither one are good. They're both scary, especially when.
And they can move fast, and nothing you can do about it.
No, either one of them.
Yep. Volcanoes are the same way, but I've only had to deal with that once.
What was that?
The volcanoes.
Oh, the volcanoes. Yeah. But yeah, my heart goes out.
I don't want to deal with that ever again. I'll tell you that.
That would be scary, especially to watch that lava flowing.
Well, not the day turning to night.
Yeah.
Can't breathe.
Wow.
If you do, you're getting junk in your lungs that you don't. It makes concrete.
Yep.
How far? I know you live in Washington, or half the year anyway, Tony. But how close are you to the mountains?
It depends. Sometimes I'm within miles because I move around even up in Washington. But growing up, I was probably 100 miles from Mount St. Helens when it blew.
Okay.
Wow.
Got to see it quite well. Yeah. Too close. Wasn't in the path of anything, but definitely you could feel it and hear it and see it.
Yeah.
Wow. How old were you then?
13.
Man.
Yeah. Somewhere right around there at least.
That would leave an impression.
Yeah. Well, I was out camping one of the times.
Oh, man.
Get up in the morning. It was still pitch black. Load up. Let's get out of here. Before we could even get out, we're got our bandanas around our faces and going through that ash flow. It's horrible.
Man.
Then going down afterwards and seeing what it really did on the area around the mountain, because I grew up going up that area. Beautiful. It used to be a beautiful mountain. And man, afterwards it was nothing. Just nothing.
In 94, I went with the group and hiked up to the north or south rim. And it was just like the last couple of hours, it was real just ash. We were right there on the edge, and somebody else in another group was hitting golf balls off into the crater. So it was like, he was getting pretty close too. It was like
I couldn't imagine hiking up there with a club and golf balls though.
Yeah.
Guess you could say he did.
I've done some crazy things with clubs and golf balls, but I don't know if I'd hike up on the south rim with them.
I think every shot was pulling one.
Oh my.
I know they've shut down permits so many times since the 80s that sometimes there are times you can't go up there because it's active.
Yeah. It's getting more active again, yeah.
Well, they're talking about Mount Adams lately, so we'll see about that. Yeah, that would be bad. That's where I like to go, is up by Mount Adams, so I'd hate to see that area just disappear like that.
Yeah, I think the PCT goes right around the edge of Mount Adams.
Right around Mount Adams, yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's one thing I might do this year is hike most of Oregon or Washington. If we do it, it'll be later in the year.
Southern Washington, up around Mount Adams, clear to White Pass is a really good hike. And after that, it's up, down, up, down, up, down. all the way to Canada, basically.
And all that's on the PCT?
Yeah.
Yeah, some people say that Washington is the AT of the PCT.
Your dream tunnel.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
at least you don't have to
AT.
carry a lot of water. Because there's water every, I don't know, hour or two. You can get
Yeah.
water no matter what.
Most places on the AT's that way, especially in the southern part, southern half. But it is up and down. I mean, it is just insane.
Well,
What
the
is
AT
it?
isn't the up and down I'm talking about in Washington.
Oh,
We're talking going up 6,000 feet, back down to almost 1,000, doing it again and again and again. At least once you get past Stevens Pass, I think it is. It gets really, really bad like that. They try to wind the trail around, keep you from going straight up, straight down, but you're still making that elevation down and back up, you know.
Yeah.
I think my friend, he thru hiked the whole thing. The one I met while I was on the PCT, I met him in California, and he started a few weeks before I did. But because of some of the closures up there, he came back in. I don't remember where, but he did. He had to do like 10,000 feet in a single day. He said it was crazy to get back to get to where he needed to go.
Oh man,
he's in pretty good shape then, though.
Well, yeah, definitely have your trail legs.
I did some of these trails too. Now I wouldn't even think about it. Now, it'd be nice to go ahead and do Oregon and California and go ahead and finish the trail off, but man, Sierras are scary.
Yeah. And then where do you hit bears at?
Anywhere.
Yeah, as soon as you hit out of the desert, you got a chance.
There was a lot of bear sightings in the desert, even the section last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't see any.
There's probably more now that half California's on fire. I bet you there's a lot of bears over towards the trail.
I bet.
Yeah,
I bet that flushed out a lot of wildlife.
I know up between Tehachapi and Walker Pass, people have seen bears, and even south of there, all the way down to
black bears,
big bear.
Yeah. Yeah, you won't encounter anything but a black bear until you get up close to Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I was in Northern California, or was it just south of Dunsmuir, sitting taking a break with the lady, and she showed me on her phone where the night before she didn't put her fly on, and a bear pretty much walked up right to her tent. And she filmed it.
Spied on her right through the tent. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh my.
I think I would have said something to it.
Yeah.
I've had them in camp many times. Usually if you move, you startle them, though.
Yeah.
It didn't bother.
That feels a whole lot better when you yell and they take off.
Ambled on.
Yeah.
Mice are scarier than bears. Yeah. They do way more damage, and they aren't as scared of you. They'll dig a hole right through anything to get something to snack on.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
Or a skunk. Skunk can scare you pretty good.
Oh, I don't like skunks.
Yeah, down here they don't really bother you. They just make a lot of noise at night. Is the armadillos?
Oh,
yeah. Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They're rooting around in like the leaves, like last fall. You know, all those crunchy leaves.
Sounds like a bear. Everything sounds like a bear at night, though.
Yeah, it does.
Here we have kamikaze armadillos. You don't run over.
So Dan?
Yes. Yeah.
Are you there? Or you froze?
No. Well, I don't know. Am I froze?
I didn't see you freeze.
Oh,
I'm here.
He's not moving.
No. Am I not moving? You see me, Tony?
Yeah, you look like you're flying.
Oh. I'm waving my hands.
Can't hear you either.
Oh.
Huh. I think it might be yours, Don.
Yeah. It's fine on my end.
Okay. I'm gonna send Don a note.
I don't know. Something's going on. I couldn't get in via my web browser, Google Chrome, at all. Wouldn't allow me mic and camera access.
Huh.
That's weird.
But now he's not even moving on my end of my phone.
You got the lucky part then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, me.
See the chat.
Okay, I just sent you.
Can
back
you hear
a-
him, Tony?
Yeah, I can hear him.
All right,
It's
I'm gonna
coming in
hang
just
up
fine
and-
for me. Go ahead and reconnect or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he can hear Tony or not. Oh, Tony can
Yeah,
hear me.
We were communicating fine. It just doesn't know
Yeah,
anything
that's
with you.
weird. That is weird. Oh, technology's great until it isn't.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. Bear's in the here he is back again. Let me bring him back up here. There you are. Is
Hey.
that better?
Yep, I can hear you now. See ya.
Okay. Yeah, Tony and I were talking, and
Yeah, it was just
So,
you.
yeah.
I communicate with Tony. I'm not sure why it just cut you out.
I don't know.
Part of that
I don't know.
YouTube algorithm again.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I was going to
YouTube.
ask you about that.
It was terrible. One day I lost 130 subscribers.
And is that real, or did it just
Yeah.
show you lost 130?
It hasn't come back.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, that something's going on there. Plus,
Yeah,
your notification bells are getting canceled on people.
Yep. Yeah. So I don't know. It was frustrating, but then it also helped me, to be real honest. It helped me. It made me where, okay, I don't care. I'm not, we say that and in the back of our minds, we say, well, we really do care. But
They're
but
still look it up every day, and
yeah, I don't care. I'm just, whatever it is, it is. What I'm planning to do is, again, I'm doing these two big ones, the one with the owls and the one with the Milky Way. And I'm those will be about an hour long each. So then the question is, do I break them up into two? Do I break them up into four? Do I make series out of them like I did with the Cherokee Trail? What do people want? But I'd like to sort of go more to that kind of thing for the big ones, and then just like what I was doing at the end of the year, just walk around and talk.
Yeah, you're a pretty good storyteller. I think that.
Yeah.
So maybe those are the kind of things we'll work on.
I mean, from one aspect, the chapters kind of, the episodes, breaking them up a little bit because, I don't know, my attention span's getting pretty short anymore too. But then you look forward to the next one, and then you get the algorithm looking at, hey, you're posting more videos instead of one big long one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe at the end, go ahead and post it all in one.
Yeah.
See how that does too.
Yeah, and that's another idea is to post in sections and then combine them into one so that you got two. So, but and then I'm revamping. I've got a website too, and I'm revamping the website to where it's just sort of showcases photos.
Nice, because that's what you're doing now. So
that's what I'm doing now. So
with that.
There's a company called, or not a company, but a venue called Wirestock. Are you familiar with it?
Mm-hmm.
It's what they do is that you take and you post your photos on Wirestock, and then they post them on all of the other places where they will sell them. And I started doing that, and that's turning out pretty good. And I'm not real interested in trying to make big bucks. I would like to make enough off of whatever to help me with some of the trips, because some of them are pretty expensive. And then what I really want to do is use it to help the people that are working with me, because they, like Armand, he doesn't. It's $50 to him is like $500 to us. I mean, it's so. If I can help him with that, I'd like to do that. So that's what I want to do.
That's cool. That'll work.
So yeah, we'll see.
Are you still?
We'll see.
Did you change your channel name? Or are you going to?
Not yet. I think I'm going to. I think like what you said, Don. I think what I'm going to do is just change it from Wandering Monk Hikes to Wandering Monk Photography.
Or just leave it at Wandering Monk.
It's taken. I can't do that.
No.
Yeah, that one. That's why it was hikes, because
I understand that. That's why mine's Stone Wolf Outdoors, not just Stone Wolf.
Well, who's the imposter out there posing as you?
Right. If you look that up.
It's an older channel. He's been around for a while, and he's actually a Tibetan monk. And he does videos all over Asia primarily, but yeah.
Cool.
So I wish I could understand him.
Might be one of those channels you need the closed captions for.
Well, yeah, and translator.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my. Let's see. Oh. What else is happening? Other than being cold around here, it's not a whole lot. I'm getting cabin fever already, so I'm gonna have to get out.
It only takes me a day or two.
Yeah. So. And Don, for Christmas, I got a puzzle. That's the AT. So I got to put I got to put my map together. But it's a puzzle.
That's a cool idea.
And I told him, I said, well, I'm going to get that glue stuff. Well, I'm only doing it once because I don't do puzzles. I'm just doing it once and then put it up. So,
hopefully you don't get it done and there's one piece missing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's usually my luck.
That's our luck.
And my daughter, I could see her taking a piece out. just for
give it to you for Christmas next year.
Yeah, Oh my.
If it is a piece missing, it's going to be right in the middle.
It is. Yep. Maybe I just paint that into the wall or the background. Paint it green. You'd never know the difference.
Yeah, I used to glue a lot of puzzles and do a shrink wrap clear coat over the top of them.
Uh-huh.
Works pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I need to do that and set it back up and back here. Is it
as big as Dawn's?
No, it's not that big, but it's I think it's 28 inches. So a little over 2 feet.
Okay.
But I don't like puzzles. They did it just to spite me because I'm not good at them.
Well, Tracy loves them. She did like 2 or 3 over the Christmas break and stuff. Send it to her. She'll put it together for you.
Oh man.
All right.
Turn all the pieces upside down and do them then, so you don't know what you get till you're done.
Oh, that's a thought. I always send them a puzzle for Christmas, but I always get the hardest thing I can get, and I get like a 3,000 piece.
That's just cruel.
And then they put it out on a table and they work on it until they get it finished, but it takes them months to get it finished. So this year it was one. I'd taken this photo just looking up at trees, and it was just empty tree branches up at the sky, and had that sent off and had it made. 3,000 piece puzzle, and it's just It's just tree branches up in the sky. It would make me dizzy just looking at it. And then, so I thought, oh, this will fix them up. This will get them for a while.
That's extreme.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. It's been fun.
I'd trash it as soon as I got it, but man, it'd be something to send my kids.
Yeah.
It'd just be a picture of the ground. Huge.
Yeah. That's a thought. I got one of when I was at the Great Sand Dunes. They got the creek that runs around in front of the dunes, and this creek, it's a strange phenomenon. It's called ripple tides. And what happens is that the water from the mountain brings down the sand, and it builds up, and it makes a little dam, anti-dunes they call them, little dam across it. And then the water pressure builds up until it breaks down the dam, and it goes and it builds the next one. And it's just a series of these little ripples. And they say in the springtime, these waves, because it creates waves as it comes down, so the waves will be 2 feet tall. You know, out here in the
little
middle.
ripples.
Yeah, coming across those ripples. And I got a pretty good picture of that. That would make a good puzzle.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I got next year's Christmas set up.
Or here's another one. You just take a picture of the night sky with a bunch of stars in it.
Well, that's bad too.
That would be bad too. Yeah, could do that. Yeah, we need to get ideas. Maybe I can do that with. Well, I'm gonna do when I start this Milky Way series. What I'm gonna do is start it with sort of a time lapse of the stars, and have the stars sort of going across the sky, and sort of narrate a narrative, an introduction, and then I'm starting in the West. There's three. Let's see. There's Monument Rocks, which I've taken pictures of before. Monument Rocks. There's Little Jerusalem Badlands. Tony, you'd like these places. They're desert. It's desert. And then there's
Kansas.
it is especially West Kansas. And then Lake Scott has some ruins. They're Puebloan ruins of these structures, but it's the same building design that were in Chaco Canyon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's quite a distance. Well, the Pueblo are everywhere,
but yeah, it's exactly the same, 30-inch thick walls, the same cuts for doors, the same windows. It's the architectural design is the same. And it's about 200 years later from when they left Chaco Canyon, because at 1250 they just dispersed. And no one really knows why. They just left. But then they find these places all up north of there, and this is one of them here in Kansas. So I'm going to use all of these places as foregrounds, and then get the Milky Way coming up over the top of them.
Cool.
That's cool.
It sounds like a good idea. I love the sky,
Yeah, and I want to sort of tell history. I want to tell from natural history there, like these shark's teeth there at Monument Rocks. That's where you get, there's clam shells, there's shark's teeth, there's all kinds of prehistoric.
You do know
water.
I'm closer to the ocean than you are, and I got none of that.
Yeah. Yeah. But this used to be all an ocean floor it was an intercontinental ocean.
Yeah.
And so that's where these teeth come from.
Well, I'm surprised this isn't an old ocean floor either. They have some hills out here, but nothing out here going over 1,000 feet.
Yeah. So this This is where, let's see if I think I had a picture of this. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. No, I guess not. I thought I had a picture of the Monument Rocks in here, but I don't. But it's they're 70 feet tall, and there's just these real thin. It's sandstone and chalk. It stands up in the middle of this flat plain. You drive down through there.
You said you were in Kansas. We know what a flat plain is.
There you go. Yep. so you know, it's, but then in the
That's
middle
all
of
I saw when I drove through Kansas was flat.
I needed to meet you, and I needed to show you some of these. There's some amazing spots out here.
Well, I'll be back through it. I want to go see eastern side of Kansas for sure.
It's pretty over here. You know, here you got the Flint Hills. It's rolling hills, and then where I live is called the Chautauqua Hills, and it's rolling hills down here. A lot of trees. It's not like what you see out west.
West is just farm.
Yeah.
If it wasn't flat, it is now.
After the Dust Bowl just blew it all away.
Yeah, that's true. It leveled the ground right out during the 30s.
So then I'm going to come on across and get, you know, as civilization developed. So I'm going to get pictures over old one-room schoolhouses. I got a couple of those over some of the first courthouses that were built in Kansas.
Hey, Max, hope you're doing well.
And then let's see. Oh yeah, Max. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hey, Max.
Then let's see. Yeah, and then some of the old churches. There were the 18th century churches, schoolhouses, courthouses. And then I want to end up here. It's only about 30 miles from where I live. There's a steam shovel called Big Brutus. And it's an electric shovel actually, but it's the largest one in North America. This thing was huge, and it's where they did the strip mining out here for coal, and so it's called Big Brutus.
Your state does have coal.
Yes,
coal and corn, I think.
Coal and wheat. Coal and wheat.
Wheat.
But, so yeah, that will end up the series there. That and a place called Fort Baxter. Baxter Springs is in southeast Kansas, right in the southeast corner. And Baxter Springs is actually part of the Ozarks, Tony, or Don. It's part of the Ozarks. It's the furthest part of the Ozark Mountains to the west. It's here in Kansas. And
yeah.
So then, but Fort Baxter was an old Union fort, and then the Confederate marauders came through and attacked it, and there was a pretty big skirmish right there at Fort Baxter. So I'm gonna get a photo of it in the foreground, and with the Milky Way coming over the top of it too.
That'd be a good place for metal detecting then.
It would be. Yeah, it would be.
If they let you.
And I think, you know, you could. I believe. I'm not sure. But I think
when I was at Wilson's Creek, I think I saw signs specifically saying no metal detecting.
Yeah, Wilson's Creek, but that's controlled by the National Park Service.
Yeah.
This isn't. This is just the town of Baxter Springs that has it, and it's fascinating to read about. But this Union 2-star general, he wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. And,
that's how he got
he left
stuck in Kansas.
Yeah, I think that's why. I think that sort of says something. And he got really whacked, but he spread himself too thin, and the Confederates came in and sort of split the forces in half and then mopped him up. It was a tough fight. So, yeah. Let's see. We got retire inspired. I like that.
It's a
You know
good
who that
title.
Yeah. Yeah. Sitting at Silly Owls for pizza. This is a that's got to be a good story. Oh me. Oh, it
Oh,
looks
yeah,
like
man.
Tony, like Max spent some money out for meds.
My wife
Well,
just
I've talked
got
way too much.
meds
That's
the
on
other
you
day.
guys.
Almost $50,000 worth of meds.
Who?
My wife.
No kidding.
You
What?
kidding me? Those things are. We didn't pay it. We got insurance, but man, they charge that insurance company pretty good.
Wow.
I think I paid like $25 for 3 prescriptions.
Yeah.
And she texted me going, "Oh, they were this much." Like, oh, you got to be kidding.
Wow. Yeah, I don't understand the medical system at all.
I'm right here by Mexico, and if I have to spend more than that, I'm going to Mexico to get some meds.
Yeah. Wow.
They don't have the markups down there.
Mm-hmm. Max is right. I mean, they're just outrageous here. I don't know. And government involvement, I don't think, is the answer. Because every time the government gets involved in something,
it's taxed more, it goes up.
Yeah, it goes up and the effectiveness goes down, and they just think, oh man,
Want you to buy more.
The supply gets limited, so the prices stay high.
Yep. So, yeah, we're very fortunate. I think Don and I with TRICARE.
Mm-hmm.
It really helps.
Yep.
So, well, what about Don? You said next, or Tony, you said later this week you're going to go out.
Yeah.
Roaming around.
Yeah, I got to get back out.
Okay. Don, you have anything coming up?
Not, specifically in the next couple of months. We'll go up to Oregon and see my son and daughter-in-law and granddaughter in March sometime, and then my daughter, who is deployed, told us she's coming home early, so she may get to go with us.
Awesome.
And then we're going to help her get settled back into her whatever place she can find in Tempe, Arizona.
Okay.
Probably.
So is everything all right for her coming back early?
Yeah.
Okay.
She had actually volunteered to extend, right after she got there, but they basically said she couldn't because for whatever reason. So this would have been the normal time that she would have come home if she wouldn't have extended.
Okay.
Yeah, my kids are down at the end of the month.
We're talking about if it works out, we might consider either hiking all or part of the Arizona Trail, and then later in the year doing some more of the PCT up in Oregon, Washington. We'll see.
Tony, how close are you to the Arizona Trail?
I have no idea. I've never really looked at where it is on the map, but I know it goes through Flagstaff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think I'm anywhere close.
The southern part is
by Mexico.
Yeah, the southern part is southeast of Tucson, I think, on the border, somewhere down what's the name of that town? Patagonia, somewhere down there. You know where Patagonia is?
No. I know what the product is.
Yeah, I got a jacket.
I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't actually ventured too much around south of Tucson either.
I know, like on first week or day 10 or something, you get to Seguro National Park on the east side of Tucson, the eastern part of it.
I've been over there. That's beautiful country. It's all beautiful.
How long is the trail?
It's about 800 miles.
Yeah, so I was going to say 700 to 800 miles.
Yeah.
So
not as long as the PCT, so a little more doable.
Yeah.
True. Very true. But it takes you through the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
A lot of great places. I've
Yeah.
watched a few through hikers do it, and that's pretty
nice. That's nice.
Yeah, it depends on timing. If it's too late to get started, I don't want to get started too late because it gets hot there.
Okay.
In the lower sections already in March, really, but I know some people start like.
I'll be in Washington.
When do you start that way, Tony?
Well, we're going to leave here in March. Second week of March, we're leaving this place we're at. And
bye, Max.
I'm not really sure where we're going. Like I said, we got no plans.
Okay.
Try to adventure around for my rock hounding aspects, which puts you in the cool spots, but that's what it's all about for me.
Good.
Got to pick up rocks.
Got to get those rocks. That's cool.
Especially now that the wife's making jewelry out of them.
Oh.
I'm cutting them and she's setting them in rings and necklaces and stuff like that.
Got a team going there for your little business.
We've been trying to find something that we both could do.
Yeah.
It's kind of a process. But use our stuff, I pick them up off the ground, I work them, give them to her, she makes something out of them.
That's cool.
I've made a lot of necklaces in the past, but I was just taking polished rocks and wire wrapping them. Now I'm actually cutting and cabbing and shaping the rock.
Huh.
It's kind of interesting to see what you pick up a rock that looks like nothing and it's absolutely stunning inside. Sometimes it's just weird.
That is neat. That is neat. Yeah, that's like, it's different, but makes me think of the guys that do the carving and they just get a hunk of wood and then discover what's inside the wood.
Yeah.
So,
because it's in the wood. You just got to find it. Same thing with the rocks. It's in that rock. You just got to find it.
Yeah.
Do you like it? Oh, she just brought me one out of my pile today, and she wants me to do this one up next. Small chunks for rings. And it's just a piece of quartz with a little bit of granite in it.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's already done, polished, done. And now she wants me to cut it up.
Now, when you cut it, do you use a saw of some sort, or do you?
Yeah, I'm using I'm waiting for my new saw. I got a tile saw coming. It's a wood diamond blade. And everything I do is diamond for the most part.
Yeah.
3,000 grit, and then I'm going to 20,000 grit. Some things I don't have to go past 3,000 on, but some of them don't shine up 3,000, so you got to keep going.
Huh.
Do you have a way to hold the rock, or you just hold it in your hand and try to cut it?
It's called a dopper.
Yeah.
It's a stick with wax on the end. And you heat up the wax, you stick it to a hot rock, and you kind of mold it with your fingers around the rock to the stick. Let it cool off. It sticks to that thing like glue. That wax is hard as a rock.
Wow.
Huh. And then does it melt again when you to get it off?
To get it off, you stick it in the freezer.
In a freezer?
It just gets brittle?
Pop the rock right off of it.
It's fascinating.
Some people are saying you take it from the freezer, put it under hot water, and the rock just falls off. But I haven't made it to the hot water yet. Every rock has just popped right off. Sometimes they pop off when you start, too. And you got to redo them. but it's an interesting process. I will be doing videos on it once I get to the point where I understand enough of it.
That is fascinating. So what got you into being interested in doing rocks?
I found one when I was a little kid.
And so it's been that
I
long.
thought it was a turd, but it ended up being a carnelian agate. I still have it, and it still looks like a turd. It's just, agate.
And you wanted to collect it just because? Oh, yeah.
Well, I saw it, and I was like, that's weird. Hit it with a stick, and it wasn't soft. Then I picked it up, and once I cleaned it off and saw it, it was a clear red agate in the shape of a turd.
You could make another channel and call it Turds with Tony.
If I can find enough of them. But yeah, that's what got me hooked. I think I was like 9 or 10, and I've been collecting rocks since.
That's neat.
I don't walk anywhere without my head down looking, even here in gravel.
I would, yeah. If you come through Kansas, I need to meet you and take you out to like Monument. You'd love Monument Rocks.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's private owned property, but he invites the public to come out. He just wants, people to take care of the place.
Yeah.
Don't go out there and party and try to climb on the rocks, because these rocks.
Nice thing about private land.
Yeah, really good guy, and I've gone out there and taken photos, and just photos of the stars too. There's one big 70-foot tall rock that's got a big hole, like a keystone in the middle of it. A keyhole in the middle of it, and it's so you can get the sunset through there. It's a pretty picture. It's a neat place, but it's this. You're going 12 miles of dirt road. You go out there, and then you just pull over and start to dig in the road bank, and that's when you'll find these teeth.
That's cool. I've never found a fossil.
What's that?
I've never found a fossil.
Oh, really?
There's places in Washington where you can find them. I found little bits of a tree and stuff like that, but never. They weren't the fossil that you want. It was just an imprint in the rock because of vegetation. Yeah, nothing like that.
Let's see if I can get out of the way of this. That's from Kansas, Don.
Okay, what is that? A tooth?
Yeah.
It's a shark's tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
it's a shark's tooth.
And expect it to be where Dawn is, no problem.
Yeah.
Up where you are, that's just wow.
It's surprising me, and these things. I mean, my buddy Bill, he's found them as big as your hand. Shark's tooth.
The megalodon tooth.
Yep.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about that either.
Yeah, neat stuff. Yeah, Bill, he used to find a bunch of them. He was really into it, and I really wasn't. And then all of a sudden, I thought, well, this is interesting. So then I started.
Now, if I could find the jaw bones to put all the teeth back into,
there you go. Yeah. As long as you don't find the real fish, that's
yeah.
Just add water and you got it.
Yeah. Jurassic Park in Kansas.
Yes. Oh my.
That would not be good.
No.
It would spread out from Kansas. We couldn't close the state off. I mean, if they went into the Dakotas, it wouldn't be a big deal, but
over to Colorado, and there's some munching over there.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's an hour. It's past 6 here.
Just past 5 for me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been good talk.
we can do it next week if you want. I think I think I'm going to be around for the next few weeks, and then I'm going to go. I know that I'm planning, if the weather is good, that's always the iffy thing. The first week of March is when I'm planning to go to West Kansas and start doing this thing with Milky Ways.
Cool.
Try to get these photos. But
you're gonna go out there
yeah.
car camping and
yeah. Just go from site to site to site and do it and take care of it. So.
And hope it doesn't rain the whole time.
Me too. Me too. I've been looking at some of the apps. There's an app called Photo Pills, and it will show you when the Milky Way starts to be visible at night. Because
what time?
Right now you can't see it because it's when it's the rotation of the Earth. It's the daytime when it's visible from North Hemisphere. So it gets to be March, and then early in March is the best because then it starts to
arc.
It's like almost a rainbow. It's an arc, that you can get across of it.
Nice.
And then as the months go by until like October, it straightens up. Yeah. So when I got that
I hope
one,
you get some great shots.
Well, thank you. I just like getting out there and seeing it anyway. So it'll be nice regardless. But yeah, I do hope I get some good pictures of it. So. All right.
Yep. Can't wait.
You guys take care.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for joining us. Yep.
Have a good night.
All right.
Good night. Y'all take care.